Lake Glorious.
Lake Glorious. Make sure my settings are fucking right here. Here, I gotta change my fucking.
They're trying to like.
Yeah.
They're like trying to make me shake.
There we go.
Do what? Where you get?
Okay, that's better. I'd make sure I get the right friggin' microphone on. Google Hangouts always puts me on my computer's microphone instead of on the headset. And if I use the one off the laptop, is a piece of shit. It's background noise, and you get backfeeding.
By the way, so
what's that?
This is broadcast, by the way. Don't talk about where the bodies are buried.
Oh, we're live. Okay, good enough.
Just trying to tell you that.
It's a good thing you warned me about that. People might know where I was burying the bodies.
Limitations, brother.
Gotta have.
Trying to tell you what it is. How come I can't get into an interface with any of these fools all these people complain about, especially these religious retards?
Oh.
Talk to them. I never get into conversations with them about abortion or anything. I'm always
the whole abortion thing. Every time you get into that discussion, the only people who want to talk about that are like,
I'll destroy any of those cunts.
The only ones who ever want to talk about it though are the fundamentalists who just are so far.
I'm talking about, like that. Fucking, the usual suspects we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get into that. How come I can't get into those?
Like, Matt Slick and the boys are fucking.
Oh, Matt fucking cunt. I like a piece of him.
And the thing is, you can talk to your blue in the face. You're not. There's no point because he's not coming to the table.
These assholes.
Open mind, and and this is the thing. These guys will never ever learn anything because they're not willing to come to the table with an open mind and listen.
Spread disinformation, so you have to engage. Things.
Yeah. So many of them. It's like, for crying out loud! It's not your body. Never mind.
You can't even get into the mind of your own fucking business thing. It's like, why are you so overbearing other people's business? What's up with that? It's because your life sucks.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta take it out on somebody because you can't fucking.
Well, there's another parallel here. Who's that fucking twisted bitch talking about us fatties?
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like, well, thanks, honey. I'm glad you can be anorexic with, but some people just can't pull that off.
Most of the time, I found these people who like to talk about fatties all the time with their moral fagging by the kids.
Yeah, there's kazoo.
Hey there.
Hey man, what's going on?
Not too much.
Welcome to my room for the first time. I think this is the first time we've chatted. What's up, man?
Not too much. Not too much. I've just been struggling with Dragnot and him going on about the using the correct verbiage for everything. You must use the correct verbiage or you're stupid.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
I could be a grammar Nazi, and I can do that. But I usually give some dispensation. Like if you're not a professional in the, I don't know, what would be an example? Somebody maybe using incorrect language to describe economics or some shit. If that was the subject. But if we're like in a fart around hangout like this, fuck it. I'm not gonna mark you down. I'm an easy grading professor. So there you go.
For me, it's just like what's important.
Say his name again, because my hearing is kind of
Dragnot Sylvia.
Oh, you're talking about Dragnot? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
In the chat, just so I know to spell it out. So that guy. Because it sounds familiar.
Yeah. No, I don't. Dragnut's all right. I don't know what this verbiage thing.
So, well, context, Kiz. What am I doing?
It's about the subject of racism. Okay, he's trying to say that racism is exactly the same thing as institutionalized racism, and that what most people refer to as racism, which is what you find in all the dictionaries everywhere, is actually just prejudice. And I'm like, well, what's the word to describe racism? I mean, what's the word to describe prejudice against race?
Well, one thing.
And he's like, well, you know, go learn, go study stuff.
I know what you're talking about. But prejudice is the umbrella term.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
Yeah.
Very generic.
Racism is a subset of prejudice.
Yeah.
In other words, you have prejudged this group because they're metalheads, or they're from India, or whatever the fucking reason.
Their skin tone is different.
Yeah, but whose skin tone? I mean,
well, that's what we were talking about, racism, I believe.
Yeah.
That's where they were going to begin with. So.
Oh, that's just getting into that only the oppressor would be racist bullshit, I think, right?
Yes, and that's exactly what he shoves forth, and he's calling me an idiot and stupid, and I'm lazy because I don't want to use the academic definition instead of the dictionary definition.
That's not academic. Even though that bell hooks kind of third wave Marxist shit is considered academic, it doesn't mean that it is the academic definition. Go to the psychology department of that same university instead of gender and race studies, and they'll have something very different to say. To say something's academic doesn't mean it's canon, because that's bullshit too. When they use the word academic instead of something like scientific or provable, falsifiable, whatever, they're dodging. Because guess what? The old-timey system of racism, that old Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid division of racism, that used to be academic. Phrenology used to be an academic science. Police departments, municipal departments in the United States used to pay professors to teach their police departments about phrenology. You know what phrenology is, right?
I don't.
The bumps on the head thing.
Like
Okay.
the measurements of the cranium would dictate that those persons were of a certain subset. Like that's how they said, like, if you had a really low brow, well, that's where actually the term low brow kind of comes from, because the person's low brow, they would generally have a very low cultured way of speech. They would be a coal miner or a shit shoveler or somebody like that. And
so I am only good for digging.
Exactly.
Wow, I that's interesting to know.
Yeah, phrenology. Yeah, that was a very common 19th century practice. Well, hell, even in the 20th century.
But then there were, I think it was the departments of anatomy, shit like that. These people were well paid, and it was considered a science at the time. So that's my answer to that. Just tell them, all you got to say to these dickheads is when they say, oh, it's academic. It's all like, okay, just because you have somebody in academia spewing something doesn't mean That must be Aldous Valor.
That is indeed. What's going on?
Oh, wait.
Evening, Colonel.
I have to put this secure server on so that Interpol doesn't intercept our transmissions now. You know that Interpol warrant's still out for your ass. You know that, right, Aldous?
Probably. They've been looking for me for a while.
Oh, yeah. People tend to get pissed off when you torture theirs.
Oh, shit. Kazoom's here.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Oh, hell.
Well, basically, to bring you up to speed, he's dealing with some dipshit saying that, because something's academic means it's canon, it's irrefutable fact.
I'm sorry. Could you say that one more time for me?
He's dealing with a knucklehead who's basically saying their ideology is correct because some academic said so somewhere in some fucking gender studies, blah, blah, blah.
I got a question here. Doesn't academia mean that basically you accept what other people are touting?
No, actually, that isn't what it means, Muskie. Academia in the Prussian model means that you do have academics throwing out their ideas, putting their hat into the ring, so to speak, and being able to express their ideas without having to suffer from the winds of popular opinion. That's actually what it means.
How does that become mainstream?
Being that the truth won't win out, and you will wither on the mind, just like phrenology did. That's why.
In the present tense, I mean, like in the present tense, you're accepting someone else's hypothesis,
the Prussian model,
even though you haven't done the work yourself, kind of thing. That's what it comes down to.
No, not necessarily. It means that you express ideas that may or may not be popular in outside of the ivory tower. That you're making a safe space for those ideas to either flourish or die.
Okay.
So a hothouse of ideas, if you will.
You know, I get the whole cloud effect thing, and I'm just saying we have accepted things because it's been proven time and time again. These are why we go, I accept the fact that blue is blue, right?
Let me give you the perfect example. When you're talking about different schools of economics, you have Marxists, you have the Mises school, you have the Chicago school,
right?
You know the Keynesian and whatever, and you have these people argue it out in the academic sphere that are and that are protected from the outside winds of popular opinion. Is there really a science? There's a basic foundation to economics, yes?
Yes.
But how? Because you're bringing in values.
That's just, of course, those are kind of arbitrarily determined. But.
So you have this academic environment, which is generally referred to as the Prussian model. It's based on Frederick. Free thought. Free thought thing, too. You're protected from the vagaries of the outside winds of popular opinion. And you let people, and you let those people in that safe space debate it out. That's what the academic model is. Doesn't mean you're right. And that's
so what are the particulars of this specific situation that we're dealing with tonight?
Kiz,
what's that?
It's
I'm going to put some food on the pot, and I will let Kiz explain it.
Very good.
Dragnot Silvas is trying to argue that the real definition of racism is actually institutionalized racism, that institutionalized racism and racism are exactly the same thing, and that the dictionary definitions you find everywhere and everyone's normal definition of what racism is actually just prejudice. And I'm going, what? And he's saying that it's well, you know, academia basically states this. He's doing racial studies in college, and therefore, you know, what that says is correct. And so it's like, well, how do you...
Oh, so he's saying according to so-and-so, this is the case. Is that what he's saying? Like, according to these studies that he's looking at in college, whatever the heck, whatever it is he's doing.
Yes.
Is that what he's quoting from, or?
He's saying that, yeah, he's quoting from that. He's also saying just look up in these academic journals, and it will say that. And yet I'll give him like 8, was it 8 or 10 definitions. I just went and said, let's look up racism, look up the definition, post it, here's 8 examples of this, the standard way that we think of racism, you know, a prejudice against race, sometimes the idea that race has a direct correlation with someone's intelligence, behaviors, things like that. Also, the element where someone will think that their race is superior to others, those sorts of definitions. And he's like, no, all of those are wrong, and the academic definition is the only correct definition.
It'd be nice if we...
I'm a racial studies graduate. Am I right in that assumption?
Hmm?
Am I right in that assumption that he's not even a racial studies graduate, which has to be the world's most useless diploma? For starter.
Not quite. He's saying that he's going to minor in that over the next couple of years, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I suppose like art school would be the world's most useless diploma, but nevertheless, I, without looking anything up here, because I'm outside chain smoking, because I'm doing a hangout, I always worked under the assumption that a prejudice is a prejudgment of any particular group of people, because that would be like the root word of it, you know, prejudge.
Yeah.
And that racism is acting on the prejudices that you have against a particular race, and that institutionalized racism is policies put in place by the government, or I suppose like a work environment that plays against a particular race. Am I completely off base here?
No, that's been my understanding of it the whole time, and that's what, when I look it up in dictionary definitions, that's what I find as well. So yeah.
So we have one person citing one source, and you went to Merriam-Webster, I imagine. They seem to be the authority on definitions.
I went to almost a dozen and gave him definitions from all of those, and they all said just about the same thing.
Even the Urban Dictionary.
The Urban Dictionary has some sort of entry that basically says it's specifically about white people, but then it has another entry that's the same as all the other dictionary definitions.
Okay, because the Urban Dictionary is really, like, it might not be, you know, official, but it's the way that language is used. It's
also where Bionic Dance gets her definition of atheist.
I can't believe you invoked her name in my presence.
Shall I point something else out to all this?
All right.
You can also look up the word inventor gorilla.
Yeah.
Yes, and all this knows where this is going. How do you think that got in there?
It's going because I'm the one who put that definition there.
Yes, and in order to get something actually put into it, a moderator or editor has to say approve.
Yeah.
Who's that, Aldous? We'll talk later. We'll talk later. I have a few things I put on Urban Dictionary that just seem to not show up, and we'll talk later.
After I put that definition up, I became a moderator an editor in the Urban Dictionary, and it was so many weird things. And the one came up. It was basically what I did to IG, but it was somebody and like his real name and everything. And I made a video about it, and somebody found it and showed it to him, and then he made a video response. It was great. I'll see if I can't do that one up.
You can thank Aldous Valor for all the toilet humor you find on Urban Dictionary.
Not all of it, but
a good 90% of it.
2010.
Anything about like taking a crap and rubbing somebody in it, it's Aldous Valor. And anything dealing with farts and making somebody smell it, that's Aldous Valor.
You should, while we're on this subject, you should look up Nebraska corn cob on the Urban Dictionary. I'll wait for your reaction. But meanwhile, it sounds to me like this fucker that's fucking with Kazoom.
Oh wow, look at that. It's the first link in Google, too. Thank you, Google.
All I'm going to say is you have to boil the corn first. So, I've completely forgot where I was going.
We're talking about corn huskers.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my.
Now that we're all there, try a reverse corn cob.
Oh, dear. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Oh my.
Urban Dictionary. How I love thee. Let me count waves.
I did not put those there, but I did come across them once. We
Google searches will take one.
we invented an intellectual property because it never really went off the ground. It was a character called the Corn Cobbler, and and the entire story takes 12 movies to tell. It's going to be great.
Little known fact, Kazoom, Aldous Valor did try opening a chain of restaurants where they basically would serve like boiled corn, like corn on the cob and stuff. And the corn gobbler was one of the like children's characters that he was going to have in there, like in the playground area.
The corn cobbler.
Yeah, the corn cobbler. Yeah.
He was a charlatan who worked at the Generic County Fair, selling his corn tonic. We called him Cornelius Cobb, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? And he became a supervillain after something happened and whatever. The Generic County Fair, the Generic City Hall, all that shit. It would have been great.
Man, when it came to the Nebraskan corn cob and reverse corn cob, all that suddenly went through my head is this. There's this joke that goes around about someone walking into a public restroom and there's Carol Channing in the bathroom and they hear her say, "Corn? I don't remember eating corn." And so I'm picturing that in combination with those terms, and it presents a very awful image.
Kazoom, what public bathrooms do you visit where Carol Channing would be in them?
No, I'm saying it's a joke that goes around that people were. That's no, I didn't. I'm just saying there's a joke that's been told. It's probably one of those urban legends or whatever,
Fat Bastard had that particular line in I think it was Goldmember.
Goldmember.
Yeah, it's like every time you throw up, there's carrots.
Yeah. I didn't remember eating corn.
You look tasty. I'll bet you'd fit in my belly just right.
The dive lady. Oh, shit. I shouldn't even be here. I should be, like, getting ready to go to bed. This is fucked up. And I'm going to be here all night, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. Because fuck it.
Yeah, that's my excuse. Fuck.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I mean, I've always had, like, a second shifter schedule. You know, stay up till the sun comes up, and then go to bed and get up at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Now I have to be responsible and get up at, like, 6:30, 7 o'clock, but those two don't fucking, like, jive.
I just fucking hate it when you fucking run it all fucking night and then into the next day and you're like, oh, I'll just go fucking through the day. And then by about noon, 1 o'clock, you're just about ready to fucking fall over fucking asleep at work. Yeah, okay, note to self, don't do this again. And then fucking do it again when you get home that night. Oh, fuck.
Oh, well, that's a good thing about being the boss.
No shit, eh? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to be on a conference call for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Don't disturb me.
Don't disturb me. Yeah. You guys get that shit done. And do it fucking right this time. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's usually when you have the worst fucking stuff go on the fucking job site, though. Ugh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Catches on fire.
Fuck that up.
Some leprechaun out of the cage. Fuck, man. Don't let him trick you again.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Oh, right, that's right. We were talking about Kazoom, and it's like he's here, and that's why he's here. Yeah, you're in the right, dude. You have to be.
Right on. I am back. Just give me a minute, gentlemen. Aldous, you're relieved.
Well, I will add in there. I know Dragnot myself personally, and he's a black fellow. Don't forget this, right? And he's a pretty clever one too, as he does work for the
Muskie.
Well, he's a
No, never mind.
he's a well-educated person, shall we say, in the medical field. So he's nobody's dummy. But I'm just trying to think. There must be a misunderstanding somewhere in the communications, is what I'm thinking.
No, there isn't actually. It's a ridiculous concept.
Well,
one of the things.
Based on what I do know about Dragnot himself, because I do know him, and I found him to be, for the most part, a relatively fine, upstanding human being.
He is really intelligent. I mean, I won't deny
so.
that, and he's very educated. But he's got this idea that it doesn't matter if you know the concept of something. You have to know the exact, perfect college-level wording of something. Otherwise, you're stupid.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because lots of people that didn't have any kind of education invented really beautiful things.
Remember what I was referring to before? What's the exact pitch-perfect definition of economics in the economic sense?
Yeah, like that's just it. It's so subjective.
I got a question to answer your
There's a half
question.
dozen schools.
Do economists know the answer to that question?
No, they don't.
There's your answer then.
No. So, kids, you're being bullshitted. That because somebody wrote an academic paper saying, "Oh, this is racism and that's not racism," doesn't prove anything.
Well, it's just like I kept bringing up that, well, if you're going to go by those types of papers, then, the academic papers say that masculinity is toxic. Are you going to agree with that? And he kept saying, well, I'm not going to talk about feminism. I'm going to talk about this. I was like, well, okay. And I kept trying to bring up other things that will be shown in academic papers that it's like, don't you think this is bullshit?
Yeah, unless you're showing some way of controlling cold fusion or some shit like that. Those papers are opinions.
Yeah.
Just like there's you know, if we had Abominable History Man in here, there's different ways of looking at historical events and what they mean.
Yeah.
Sociology. You know, these idiots try to, like, co-opt the term I'm not saying this guy's an idiot, by the way. I know Dragnaut, he's not an idiot, but he's saying, oh, well, it's academic, therefore it's official. You know, like buying 40-weight oil in the auto shop means it's 40-weight oil because I have and this 40-weight, this paper says it's 40 weight means it's 40. No, that's bullshit. It's an opinion. And that's usually when somebody puts forward a paper like that, or an interpretation of history or literature or whatever, they're putting forward their argument, their angle, their way of looking at this material or this phenomenon. You know, there's no quadratic equation for racism or economics. You can back that shit up with stats and data and whatnot. But above that, you're presenting an opinion. Now, it's an opinion that may have a little more weight than, say, your average op-ed in your local newspaper, but it doesn't make it a cold hard fact. And especially with this, oh, it's only racism if it's first, yeah, that shit that comes from bell hooks and whatnot. A misinterpretation of bell hooks' writing too, by the way. So, Aldous, did you have? I hope you didn't have too many problems.
No.
While I was away.
Oh, we talked about
the room didn't explode, so that says something for your leadership. So I feel trust in your leadership if I ever have to put you in charge again.
I'm sure we'll talk about all different kinds of produce.
Yes. Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, I'm just listening.
Okay, Kevin. You don't have anything to say on the issue?
Oh, I kind of came in the middle of that, so I didn't get all the content.
Oh, okay. Basically, the premise being, from what I get from Kismays, and it's something that comes up, it's basically only the oppressor can be racist. You know?
Oh, the whole redefining racism thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of what I was kind of hoping. I was going to go get some condensed milk for my homemade mac and cheese. I was hoping this conversation would have gone away by then, but it didn't. So here we are.
So what are you saying, Beach? If you ignore racism and go get milk, it'll go away?
Well, I was going to get homogenized milk, so I don't know.
Now that's racist.
White milk versus chocolate.
No, that's all inclusive. It's homogenized. It's all of it.
Well, is Dragnaut kind of like somebody you're friendly with, Kiss?
Not particularly. No, I've seen him in Hangouts before, and he likes to. He really does like to sort of. One of his favorite things to do is to degrade someone that he thinks is not as intelligent as he is when it comes to arguments and debates on Google Plus and stuff like that. He really likes to. He seems to really like making G-Man look stupid, which isn't very hard, but.
Well, yeah.
Time out. Kazoo?
Wait a minute. No, I gotta say, somebody with unwarranted self-importance looking to assuage their ego and make themselves look smarter at other people's expense, at least in their own mind on the internet. I've never heard of this phenomena before.
and Kazoo, I was gonna say you're on a Google Plus Hangout. Usually the arguments I've seen are usually over evolution and some kind of religion crap thrown in. So yeah, that's where they all go.
Yep.
Well, do you think you can invite this person?
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, Headless, just so I can get this in before we go off on many tangents. Can you invite this person in here, Diz?
He's not on right now.
You know,
Well,
he's not on now, and for a period of time until things calm down a bit, I have him blocked just for a period of time.
Okay.
So
It got heated. That's a shame. Things getting unreasonable on the internet. Many other shocking things that I've never encountered on these here interwebs happening.
I know Dreg kind of well, but I've never really gotten that impression from him. He does have some strong opinions on race and feminism, but he's been a little more civil as far as I've seen than other people who have strong opinions.
It's always welcome when I can have a hangout and discuss the issue.
some of it's because I've made a few videos in the past week that deal with racism, and
I did not watch that because it would probably have pissed me off.
yeah, it's where there's some black, very, very racist people that are basically declaring that all white people are parasites and all white people are racist.
There was a certain other group that was concerned about race, calling another ethnic group parasites. I don't know. What were they called? Anyone? Bueller?
Nazis.
Bueller? Yeah, they call any other parasites.
And most of this has to do with it's because of they're saying that we're parasites because of cultural appropriation and gentrification.
Yeah, gentrification affects all ethnicities that are in the lower class. In other words, you have hipsters come into the rundown neighborhood, and then they live there for a while, and
Next thing you know, there's a coffee shop on the corner.
Right.
Yep.
We all know this.
And a used record store.
Well, it's like in Portland, Oregon. One of the mottos there is "Keep Portland Weird," and it's this saying because there's all these places that had tons of small businesses, and these big, rich business owners will come in and build condos there, and they just pretty much destroy all the small businesses in the area.
It's not destroy, it's because actually it is an invasion of the hipsters that are the vanguard. Actually, this is how it's gone, kids. Because I've actually lived in these poor neighborhoods before they become hipster drones, and you have all the kids slumming them in them for a while. Then you get a few of those like hipster businesses. Then the real estate values go up a little bit because there's more taxes being paid. And then the ball gets rolling, and then you get real estate companies going, oh, well, we're going to invest in this. And it's all based on perception anyway. What's funny is that I've been in gentrified neighborhoods that, yeah, I've been like ethnic, more respect, Texas, California, by the way.
Yeah, they should be happy because now there's a Starbucks in their neighborhood. There wasn't one before.
No, the problem is, well, when values go up, rents go up.
Yep.
Prices go up.
I see you, Kevin.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be...
Is that the Jackie that's in the...
Yep, that's the Jackie and Kevin.
She's like in the other room.
Yeah.
We were together.
Hi, Jackie. Welcome.
Hi, it's been a very long time.
Has it? Have we interacted?
Yeah, I don't think I've talked to you in a hangout since like last year, maybe.
Oh, that could be true.
Yeah.
Craziness going on, and not to be the Debbie Downer, but one thing I've been dealing with, my brother died last April.
Oh.
So I've been dealing with that. Well, we live together too. Good news on that side. I'm actually getting an attorney to push things into probate. So there we go. Personal news done. Moving on.
Musty!
Hey, Jackie, how's it going?
Musty, 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 musty.
Hugs, big hugs.
Many times.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about hipsters
Oh,
and how they've
Oh,
Everything. Because the proto hipsters like me came there before the hip. They were like
I'll be back.
You're
I'm
cutting- you're
hungry.
cutting-
I need to get some food.
Okay.
yes,
Hey, hey, Beach, you were cutting out a lot. In your last statements, I couldn't hear half of what you said.
oh, I was kind of talking to Jackie. I was kind of talking about how my brother passed away this last April. I've been dealing with that craziness. Is that what you were missing? Or
It was the very, very last thing, and it was just I mean,
about proto hipsters.
yeah.
oh, it's how you go. I've seen like this how this gentrification thing goes. It's kind of the real way you can describe gentrification is. Are you familiar with the term white flight?
I need a reminder. I've been told what it means before, but I've forgotten.
Well, it's when white middle class were fleeing from the urban areas to create the suburbs in the 50s and 60s.
Okay.
And actually it was going on in the 70s too. So it's kind of reverse white flight. They're kind of like returning to those urban areas. Because, well, first of all, they're cheap in the beginning, and they're hence lucrative. Where are you living, kids? Are you in? No, you're in Tacoma.
Yep, Tacoma. Yep.
I've seen a lot of that. I saw a lot of that before I left there.
Oh yeah, no, it's there's tons of that. There's been so many low-income apartments that are now no longer low income.
Right. That's exactly what it is. I went through that in the 70s and 80s in California, in Santa Monica and Venice Beach. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
When we finally moved to that area, we being, my mom, my brother, and myself, when my brother and I were kids, Santa Monica was pretty sleepy, kind of hippy-dippy oceanside town. I lived in the Ocean Park district, not in the north of Wilshire district, right on the border with Venice Beach. There used to actually be a little Skid Row area right there on Main Street. And now, look at it now. So, kind of the same process.
Hey, Beach, is this really actually anything new?
Uh,
The whole hipster thing? Because if you go back to it, the hippies kind of do it. The beatniks.
No, back then, no.
The bohemian.
No, back then, for a long time. In fact, that's a legend that the LAPD discovered Venice Beach one day because they were chasing somebody down there. They didn't even know it was there.
Well, hipster's a kind of a different thing than a different phenomenon than some of the things in the past.
Yeah, but a lot of them are people from affluent families who slummed.
Actually,
And with that, they brought things with them.
the shit was on the down low. I used to move to those neighborhoods too. I lived in a neighborhood right fucking downtown Oakland when I was going to Berkeley. It was super cheap. I knew how to deal with quote unquote the rough neighborhood because I grew up in those neighborhoods myself. So it wasn't a big fucking deal. Got super cheap rent. Actually, we had some wild ass parties there. We rented a flat. It was right off the fucking Telegraph Avenue and 10th Avenue. It was
Oh, I actually know where that is.
no kidding. Are you a Bay Area girl?
No, but I'm from California.
She's from Orange County.
I've been up there. I've hung out in the Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area.
Did you adventure there?
Uh-huh.
That's the city of my birth. I grew up in the Poor Boys Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Prairie Hill General Hospital. I didn't grow up in there. We moved to LA. My parents did. So now,
I was born in Torrance.
wow.
Yeah.
You are an Orange County girl.
Yeah.
That's like a bastion of old school punk rock too. I remember all the punk rock bands from Orange County.
Yeah, a lot of bands in Orange County. I mean, I remember going to high school, and I mean, you're referring to some punk rock bands that came out of there from like a decade ago or something, but there were still like really good bands coming out of Orange County when I was in high school.
That's right.
Yeah, and I basically a lot of newer bands, so you could go to their concerts for like free or $5 at a local
Oh,
cafe or
now you're
local
taking
venues. Yeah.
back to the days, man.
Mhm.
I hung out in the Hollywood punk scene for a while. Kathy DeBryan, classic. Cool. I didn't know you were hometown girl there, Jackie. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
And you know what's kind of cool? Is I have a place called Torrance. It's just the other side of the lake from me.
Yeah, nobody cares, Canadian. This is LA punk, bitch.
Huh.
No, I don't know.
Connections. Interesting.
No, that's fucking cool. Now I'm gonna have to listen to some Siegers.
Yeah, well, you know, Muskie, we have a city called Ontario, so...
Oh, that's right. That's the other.
Oh my God, that's
there's a lot of connections between the two. I swear.
Yeah, now she's talking about Riverside and Ontario.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now she's getting all crazy.
Yeah, we're currently in San Bernardino County right now, but we're gonna try to move closer to, you know, where I'm from.
I know exactly.
Yep. Lower San Bernardino County, like where a majority of the people are not out in the vast desert. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I hated to alienate every non-Californian. Sorry, to California.
Okay, Kazum was living in California for a while, or he still is, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Did you live in California? What part? Not even paying attention.
Oh, I think he was in Eureka for a while.
Oh, up north, way up.
Yeah, like way up north.
Yeah, southern. Yeah, living in southern Oregon.
Mhm.
Anybody else ever live in California? No, I didn't think so.
I was born in Los Angeles.
I do now.
Where are you?
We just moved out here. I was born in Chicago, and after I met her, we moved out here.
Oh, you two are together. I didn't get the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're living in the San Bernardino Mountains right now with her aunt until we find jobs and get a place to live.
In LA proper. Like, that's
Yeah.
go live in
Well, either LA County or Orange County. We're more looking in Orange County because that's the area I'm more familiar with.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I probably wouldn't live in LA. I'd probably live somewhere in the Bay Area if I moved back. I'm in Texas.
Ew.
Oh, you know what? It's the neighborhood I live in isn't bad. Nice, actually.
Well, it depends on where in Texas. Where's your nearest major city?
Dallas. Yeah, I live in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like, yeah, it's kind of like Southern California without the beaches and the Midwest version. It's not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah, I live in Irving. That's a quiet neighborhood. I actually like it. Although it is kind of weird living here right now for obvious reasons. But like I said, I ain't dumping any baggage. I'll probably stay here until my brother's estate's settled. I don't know, maybe I'll move to Vermont. Hippie land.
Hippie land.
Yeah.
Oh man, just the West Coast, anywhere up in the Northwest.
Yeah, I've lived on the West Coast all my life. I just, wow.
Everybody takes himself too fucking serious the farther east you go.
There's a point to that, actually. I don't know about Vermont, maybe, except the weather. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we Californians were privileged
It's closer to
Okay.
my
beautiful weather.
Jackie got to experience her first Midwest winter when she came to visit me, and her first Midwest summer and thunderstorm.
Oh, that's awesome.
That part.
Oh my god.
I love
See,
thunderstorms.
There's this thing called rain. Oh my god, it's like water and it falls from the sky.
It's all magical and everything. It's like,
And it gets you wet if you got to stand out in it.
There was like a major lightning storm actually yesterday over the San Bernardino Mountains. It was really cool
Yeah, it
to
wasn't
see
that
the
major.
lightning.
I had one over
It
my
was
house
major for
last
me.
night.
Hush.
Oh, you got hushed, bitch. Silence. Silence. No, I do miss living by the shore, though. I do miss living on a beach. I grew up in Santa Monica, basically. So.
Yeah.
I grew up in, like, Glendale, West LA, Hollywood, and eventually Santa Monica.
Yeah, my surgeon, his office is in Beverly Hills, and so when I had an appointment, I took Kevin along with me, and I showed him around Hollywood and Beverly Hills, and he enjoyed it. Yeah, I told me to take you to Santa Monica. Santa Monica is pretty cool.
I got a picture of myself flipping off the Scientology Center.
That's actually my alma mater, Santa Monica High School.
Oh, beach. My aunt's house is literally like within walking distance from the Twin Peaks Scientology base.
Yeah, their doomsday bunker where they keep like all L. Ron Hubbard's works on like metal plates, and it's got the fence with the inward pointing spikes. Yeah, it's creepy.
We can talk about Scientology now because
Sure.
even said for years that there's nothing more interesting than the personal history of strangers. Maybe we can talk about something else.
well, Aldous, if you pay attention, you can take notes on how to build a compound.
I already know how to build it. I have one.
You can take some notes, maybe do some redecorating,
That's
expand.
like one of the first things you do as a super villain.
Yeah. What? Go find a dormant volcano?
There's that. There's the Skull Island, abandoned base. Whatever. Whatever's available. Whatever's in your price range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Satan
suppose dormant volcanoes don't come on the market all that often.
You'd be surprised. There's actually abandoned missile silos that are for sale.
Oh, yeah, those, yeah, they come on the market.
I want to buy one, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You think those preppers would all put their money together for that, but they're fucking lame.
Well, no, because if what happens first, It's the
They don't
person
have
who
any
gets there
money.
locks the door.
They don't have any money. It's all locked up in gold and silver and shit that doesn't earn interest.
Fake gold.
And toilet paper. Don't forget, they buy a lot of toilet paper.
And they buy quote-unquote gold coins off of the fucking TV.
Or real gold for like 5 times market price, or silver.
This 1 ounce gold coin is all yours for $29.95 plus shipping. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do preppers not realize that when the world finally ends and I got my bag of gold, it's like, yeah, it's not worth anything.
I'm going to bank my money in probably bullion to pay my minions to go hunt down those preppers and bust their bunkers and take their shit.
There you go.
Yeah. Lots of surplus or abandoned armored vehicles, helicopters, whatever.
Not to mention all those canned beans and that toilet paper.
No, lots of that labor that'll be cheap. That'll man those armored vehicles to go bust those bunkers. Open up. We might let you live or make your death quick.
Alright, get the can opener.
But then the thing is that the people that will survive the catastrophic failure of the Earth will wish that they hadn't. The sky will be on fire.
Oh, damn.
No. Aldous, please. The people that survive who will actually enjoy the apocalypse, those are the people who go, yes, I can finally live up my dream of Mad Max, and they'll take off. They'll die within a week.
They were just here for the gasoline.
Yeah, they're just here for the gas anyways.
We're looking at
Warriors of the wasteland. Yeah. Well, actually, in my military, we used to fucking joke about that. We were out in the field, me and my fellow warriors of the wasteland. You know, we're just going to run across the American Southwest and just rob anybody we come across. Okay, I guess you had to be there.
Devolving bands of thugs. Oh, how glorious.
We were an organized fucking military unit with armored vehicles and support vehicles and gas trucks. We could pull it off.
Yeah.
That's just how we used to go.
Alright. Well,
Yes.
Beach, I'm going to head to bed for real now. See you later.
All right, Headless.
Good night.
Alright.
Bye.
Take it easy, Headless.
You cannot handle the pressure.
Yeah, I've been thinking, like, since I moved out here, Headless goes to bed so early now, and I'm like, wait, no, he's 2 hours more ahead of us. I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah, that's just it. You're just at 10:30 now or so, right?
9:30.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, 9:30 because it's 11:30.
It's 12:30 in Headless's time.
Actually, it's 11:30 Central Time. In other words, known
It's
as
supposed to be where I'm at.
known as America time or real time. All the other time zones are
Yeah, that's where I used to live. I've lived there, like, all my life.
perpetrators and pretenders. This is the real time.
No, the Pacific Standard Time is the actual time of.
Oh, shush.
It is! Because the West Coast is the best coast.
Right, and the East is the beast.
And because it rhymes, you have to stand by that like it's fact. I get it.
You're all on the same page.
That's why when I go play craps, you know, after the 5, the field comes alive. Because it rhymes, I have to stand by its fact.
Let's make it even crazier. Let's invite my southern friend Sandy in here. She's cool. Oh, and she, yeah, East Coast Southerner, too. That would be very interesting. So what other subjects are on hand? But oh wait a minute, wasn't some? Oh, who's this Tommy character that was caught?
Tommy Hall,
Oh God.
Caught.
closeted homophobic piece of shit.
Yeah.
On his daughter's computer or something like that.
Contacted the gay channels that he's subbed to.
Yeah, someone got a few screenshots of like big gay channels on YouTube with like it shows in your circle, subscribe, and it shows his picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
not
think
fooling anyone.
those screenshots were taken by Max Trivium,
Who?
and then Max Trivium.
Okay. Matt.
Yeah, he's good at stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it was put public by Epicurus.
Epicurus.
Yeah, on a thread where Tommy was trying to tell me why my friend committed suicide.
I kind of mentioned it in the Skype chat. So like, when they talk about gay issues, it's always about gay butts. How come it's never?
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing about Tommy Hall. Like, whenever he's complaining about gays, he always like talks about gay sex in these very descriptive, in-depth manner, like it's something he thinks about a lot. It's kind of creepy.
Obvious. Come out, wherever you are.
I was just gonna say that.
It's fucking. I've seen it before too. So like, yeah, if you're so, why aren't you so screaming about like adultery or gambling or what?
Yeah. Take your pick your
No,
voice.
it's butt sex 24/7.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're
Or if you're Muslim, it's swallowing your dad's cum.
your mind, Tommy. What's on your mind?
Oh man. These guys.
Yeah, because I've had frank discussions with many gay men who don't engage in butt sex, believe it or not. That it's just not on the table for them. Believe it or not. It's not on the menu for them. Just like with hetero couples.
Yeah, I mean, the gays don't have the market cornered on butt sex. I mean,
This is true.
that's why we have things like reverse corn cobs.
Yes.
Wait. I didn't get reverse what?
A reverse corn cob.
Oh wait, what's that?
Reverse Nebraskan corn cob.
Wait. I hear a lot of snickering and not a lot of explaining.
Type it into Google.
High school sex ed class? Come on, spit it out.
Type it into Google. It's the best you can do.
That's correct.
Click the
Okay. Here's what Urban Dictionary says. When you get a Cobb salad, which happens when a piece of undigested corn gets lodged in your penis after anal sex, your partner can remove it by performing a procedure known as the reverse corn cob. This is when he sucks the undigested corn out of your penis and eats it again. Ew. That's like really specific.
Wait, I just sat down and listened to what you said, Kevin.
No.
Elvis
Elvis mentioned reverse corn cob, and that's what it
Or
means.
significant other. Don't blame me. Yours. You're responsible.
That's nasty.
I'm not doing that for you, Kevin. Sorry.
Nebraska corn cob.
Oh, I am so taking it. Because one day I might be president of the United States. I don't want to answer this.
It will be the law of the land.
Serious question regarding national security and the butt sex. You know the two are intertwined. Sorry. Oh no. I don't believe that it mattered. But it did. But you know, that's what whatever hangouts are for. Get it off your chest, or out of your butt, or whatever. Ooh. This is, if you're looking for highbrow, this is not the place.
This is not the place for it.
Not the place. You're in the wrong neighborhood, brother.
It's 24 hours of fart jokes.
Oh, at least we're not getting the ketchup jihad.
Oh my god, that was so fucking epic.
I gotta talk to Sarah on. I gotta cut that out and just make it its own thing. Just the best part.
He was absolutely.
If you don't know, you know who Sarah Hahn is, don't you, Jackie?
Oh, I think Jordy mentioned something about that in another hangout. Something about ketchup on poutine.
No, it was much worse than that. This was.
Jordy's a disgusting human being.
He had.
Purchased potato chips. Disgusting as that. How low of a fucking human being. Oh, that's the foulest thing I've ever heard of. Oh.
Wait, ketchup on what?
Ketchup-flavored potato chips.
Ew, who would want that?
Apparently Jordy. He was
Well,
trolling
that's weird.
last week. Oh. Somebody sat down and thought, you know, this would be a good idea. We make, you know, potato chips that taste like ketchup. They'll sell, and apparently they're man-children who buy them.
Well, I feel the same way about. I think salt and vinegar. That seems pretty nasty to me too. So
that's not a very good combination. No, I'm not a fan.
Oh, I love potato chips with salt and vinegar.
some people really like ketchup. So you know.
Oh, after hearing Ayatollah Sarah Hahn's fatwa against ketchup, no, you wouldn't.
No,
Jesus Christ.
that's the difference. Vinegar's
Fucking, it is epic. I will do that tomorrow. I will cut out the best part of his rant against ketchup. Obviously, he also hates retarded children and thinks I'll be executed or something.
Kick puppies, you know.
It starts at about 55 minutes in. So
Oh my God. Most unexpected. I was like sickly, even more so this time than then. I wasn't even going to start the chat. I was like, no, I'm going to roll over and go to sleep. No, fuck it. I'm let her rip. And then we got the ketchup jihad.
that went on for an hour.
No condiments will be safe. Good Lord. That was... It's fucking epic. Good Lord. Where is Sarah Hahn, actually? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. No condiment is safe.
And he was surprised to learn about ketchup chips.
Oh, that just re-instigated it.
Yeah, I mean, that was something I had heard of and forgotten about by the time this...
Oh, but that foul little infidel Jordy just had to. He went for it.
How about the they got biscuits and gravy potato chips, and they're nasty, and then there's sriracha potato chips.
Yeah, but none of those things are for children. That was the point that Sarah Hahn and I were making. Was like retarded children.
What's the title of that?
Oh fuck! I don't know.
That was the previous one, wasn't it?
I believe it was. It was the last one I was in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how often you do these, but
Lord, just the sheer hate for ketchup. No fast food. Yeah, no burger point is safe.
I think his mother must have made like poor man's tomato soup with ketchup when he was a kid or something. Probably stolen McDonald's packets from the Mickey D's down in the corner.
You get a cup of hot water, put like tomato or ketchup, and then salt and pepper packets.
Ketchup packets.
Hobo soup.
That's right, hobo soup. Yeah.
That's a bobo soup right there.
oh god.
Yeah. Free at every McDonald's, every restaurant in the land.
I had better pack in my kid. I had ramen and fucking
Ramen. Yeah.
really spices and shit. I would never have like ketchup soup. Get the fuck out of here. I'd shoot you in the face if you offered me a can of that.
Put a meal together for like $15 that'll last me 4 to 5
I'd be
days.
executed for fucking insubordination for shooting one of my own troops. But I'm talking about making food in the field, all the crap you take in the field. You know, like a little butane burner and everything, all the, you know, like making ranger pudding and all of that. Ain't nobody made tomato or ketchup soup.
That's a common thing.
Actually, I'd never be tried for shooting a motherfucker that did that.
No, I'd put a medal on you.
Medal. Yeah, I'd get a fucking medal. It's like, that motherfucker did what?
That's tantamount to treason.
That is. You're undermining the morale of the troops with that kind of shit or something. You get a promotion. Y'all General Patton on that shit. I'd slap you.
You were going to say it cost $15 to make how much, Aldous?
I can put together a number of meals for like $15 that will last me personally 4 to 5 days. 5 days if 3 days if it's the only thing I eat.
Oh sure, yeah, easily.
Yeah, if you go in I guess in the pasta region, it's quite easy.
And all it is slop, but you know.
It's carbohydrates with some flavoring, right?
Oh, you got big, huge ass saucepans. Make yourself chili, man. You can live off that shit for 4 or 5 days easily.
Yeah, that'd probably cost you more than $15, though.
No, you could probably do it less.
It will if it's my chili.
Well, if it's good chili, I'm saying serviceable chili.
Yeah. It'd have a hell of a lot more beans than it would any burger.
Pasta is fucking cheap. You make a big saucepan full of like homemade pasta.
Yeah.
It wouldn't cost you that much. The meat will cost you the most.
I mean, one of my favorite things to do during weeks where I know I'm not going to want to cook is it makes 4 pounds. It's a pound of pasta, a pound of condensed tomato soup, a pound of Velveeta cheese, and a pound of meat, dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
I love lasagna.
And it makes like a tomatoey, meaty macaroni and cheese.
Oh, a casserole kind of thing?
Yeah.
You guys are making me hungry now. Shit.
There's a couple ways to cook it. The casserole lasts. It gets kind of boring on day 3, though.
Keyword: hot food. No matter what it is. You
Oh yeah, you want it's preferable to be warm, definitely. Cold cuts are all right through the day, but at least one hot meal a day.
And then there's also just the simple making cheap mac and cheese, adding some seasoned ground beef to it, and then putting frozen mixed vegetables into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even that.
Fuck.
There's that, but fucking
I live on that shit, man.
costs you some fucking money these days.
Beach, were you around when my buddy and I made the man loaf?
I was not. What's the man loaf? Tell me.
It's a pork loin. Then
Oh
a layer of,
yeah, that's actually pretty cheap.
it's a pork loin, a layer of cheese, a layer of ground beef, a layer of cheese, a layer of ground sausage, a layer of cheese, and then that whole thing is wrapped in a woven bacon lattice.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! And as a cat, bake
that is awesome.
in the oven for an hour or two.
Yeah, it's a man loaf.
Jesus. I think my arteries just got clogged just thinking about that.
Obviously, we only make it for special occasions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you'd have to have some barbecue sauce or something on the side for that.
Oh, the first one we made.
Ketchup.
Fuck you. When I cut the first slice off of it, the grease just it came out dry in the pan.
Yeah, I bet.
I was surprised it was the grease, and then I cut into it, and it bled like a stuck pig. It was incredible.
Guys,
So it cooked in its own
I
grease.
can feel my heart palpitating. Just
Oh, it was great.
Jesus.
And then years later, he's telling me that he's preparing a man loaf for his girlfriend and her family, but he's doing it without the ground sausage, and he's trying to tell me that it's a 2/3 man loaf. And I'm telling him no, there's 4 different kinds of meat in it. That makes it a 3/4 man loaf. So we're arguing for about 5 minutes over what fraction of a man loaf it is, when his girlfriend looks at us both and goes, "Can you stop calling it a man loaf?" And without missing a beat, the both of us looked at her and go, "Well, that's what it's called."
Maybe the term man loaf triggered her or something.
It could, but it could have. But that's what it's called.
Just the recipe is triggering.
Well, you're the one who wants as many triggers as possible, so.
I'm issuing this hangout as troll bait on Twitter. Let's see.
Put a little rape seed on the man loaf, make it even more triggering.
And I can't tell you how long to cook it for. I don't remember. Just till it's done. Once it's done, you'll know. You'll know.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, I need to get some.
When the crash cart shows up, you'll know.
You going to grab something to eat, Kazoom?
Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, but if the hangout's still going after I get back, then
Hang out until I pass out. So we'll see you. See you, kids.
Okay. All right. Catch you later.
And more anger. He's actually pretty mellow about that whole only the oppressor can be racist.
Oh man, I was more outraged about it than he was.
I missed a little bit of it. Thanks for taking charge too.
Yeah, no problem. While you were gone, we were talking about corn. So.
Corn. Band or the
no, corn. If you're going to stick any produce in your asshole, the best one to use would be corn on the cob because of all the ridges and nibs.
I don't know. I heard bananas are pretty good too. Oh, haven't heard a banana up the ass of TJ's whole joke in a while. It's fucked up that was a good idea. Like, oh, we'll get TJ now. That video of him involved in fruit carnage. That'll stop him. It's like
carnal fruit knowledge.
All it did was turn the stomachs of everybody who watched.
Just assaulted the sense of decent folk everywhere.
Fuck. Outlandish? Check.
Well, it was an obvious fucking populist, PR release too.
The ball sack and the hot oil thing I thought was a bit over the top, but
I saw that drifted on his little baby carrot.
you're like, well, what are you doing there?
Trevor's Alive made me watch it too. I blame him. Literally forced my hand onto the mouse
and clicked it.
And then have me strapped down, Clockwork Orange style to see that. That was so obvious a fucking stunt. It's like, you knew this was going to happen, TJ, yeah. Because he's done this kind of shit before. I was actually subscribed to him when he only had 10,000 subscribers, too. He wasn't that interesting then, either.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I was subscribed to him back in, 2009?
Outrage. I was just all like, what's this dickhead going to do next? That's freak shit.
It was entertaining as hell.
Well, it's like, talking with Albus, it's about entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking freak. I'm just watching the freak show.
I used to like some of his fucking rants though, man, where he would do the walk thing, and especially some of the ones that were governors price.
I used to be in his comment section all the time. We used to get into it too. So you're a fucking idiot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a political fucking noob. He's graduated a little bit.
Well, you learn things, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you learn shit because you're forced to go and look. You're forced to go and learn
more liberal now, and I'm not saying it was just me, but it was a lot of others. I used to get in rounds with him. Like we were talking about the comment dogfighting, Aldous.
Yeah.
I went into some fucking rounds with him. Like why can't some racist asshole not serve hamburgers to some black dude in his joint? It's like, no, this is how it is, motherfucker. Public accommodation. It's his right. He actually had to have a lesson. He has graduated since then, but he used to be very fucking moronic and undisciplined, uneducated, and very inferior to someone like me, who has obvious superior fucking political sensibilities and knowledge. And it's true. There's still some of those dipshits later, but that was earlier. So like, no, motherfucker. Because that's always what it is with that. Oh, why can't somebody, because it came up again with this whole gay cake thing.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks it's all like, oh, it's just some single proprietor, some old grandpa who doesn't want to serve niggers in his little bait shop in the corner. It's all like, well, that's not where commerce ends, you dipshit. What about credit unions and real estate agencies and where does it end? Citibank shouldn't serve niggers then, right? Like, you moron. Because if you make it okay for fucking old racist grandpa in his popsicle stand not to serve Negras. You make it okay for everybody to discriminate on that level. You idiot. It's amazing, too, that these libertarians have no idea how businesses operate either, or how they function. Free market fairy dust. You've never operated a business in your life. You didn't study it in college either, even. Get the fuck out of here. You're a moron. Why are you commenting on these subjects and not listening to your betters, such as myself? Because I am your better. I'll fucking say it, too. I'll get all fucking Edmund Burke on your ass.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
We only agree because there's something wrong with
You
me.
know what? Got back to milking the cows and leaving us betters to decide policy. That's just the way it is. Danny. I haven't watched your Christmas present yet. I'm waiting till I unwrap that, by the way.
Oh man.
I will and give full and due comment upon it, sir. Do not. I'll give it due diligence.
I was so proud of that.
But speaking of that, Sal, peasants are better seen and not heard. Make sure they're doing their duty to serve their betters. And that's just the way it is. Oh, you don't like that? I love it too, because I'm the liberal Democrat. Fuck you. I'm your better. Get back in the field, you stinking, fucking ignorant peasant. Sometimes that's just the way it has to be. Kevin hasn't said anything in a while, or is he just listening to the ramblings, or did he fall asleep?
It's like 9:30 where he's at, 10 o'clock.
I know, he's on the best coast.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're on the late coast.
Yeah, I'm powering through at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Na-na-na-na.
No.
But I will say this. I will say this, Beach. I was super impressed with myself that I was able to rhyme the word Holocaust.
Good.
Yeah, I did.
Holocaust. What did you rhyme the word Holocaust with?
I rhymed it.
No, don't tell me. This is in the Christmas present?
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell me then. Do not tell me. I'm going to watch that shit right now. I'll quit at the top of the hour, I guess. This is just a quick little hangout. I don't even know why the fuck I did it. Fuck you. Because I can. I'll carry it for another 7 minutes. And I'll do it by talking about smelly peasants such as Shanny. And they should know their fucking place. Uneducated, malformed. Uh-oh. Troll, not troll.
Hi.
Noivy. Jacob.
How you doing?
Who that? Where do I know you from? Oh, Jacob. Jacob Hubbard. Shit. Hello, Jacob.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
We've just been talking smack.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. That's all.
Got any smack? Just spread it around. We're all junkies here, man.
Nah, I don't have any.
Oh, you got nothing?
Nah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm waiting for my man. That's fucked up, Jacob. I thought you'd fucking show up in my hangout finally and you have some fucking dope. That's a bummer. I'm going to quit in about 6 minutes, or maybe not. Well, now that you showed up. You got nothing? Jacob, come on.
What were you guys talking about before I showed up?
In the beginning, it was kids doing the having a conflict with the whole only the oppressor can be racist thing. There was that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I see that really thrilled you.
Not really.
You were talking about peasant chow making food from whatever. What else?
I'm just
Out here, man. What the hell else were we talking about? I can't fucking remember this shit.
We talked about the ketchup jihad.
Oh, the ketchup jihad. Yeah. That was from the previous hangout. Sarahan, Mufti Sarahan declared, he issued a fatwa declaring the holy jihad on ketchup. What's that? Serious business, man. Don't mess around, because if you listen to like, I'm gonna have to cut that. I'm gonna have to cut like, I think about at least 30 minutes of it. No, he's saying blow up buildings because of ketchup. It's rude. Shit was crazy, man. I don't know, man. Dude was out of fucking control. It was greatness.
wow.
It didn't help that we were playing off each other.
No, that we were egging him on. Providing him detonators and
Aldous. I'm trying to remember who you are. I'm sorry.
Me?
Aldous. Trying to remember.
I'm the greatest thing since Jesus Christ.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, that's a fact.
so I've been told.
Tell me more.
The infamous.
Put that up in any like academic papers.
It's the infamous closest thing we have to a Bond villain, Colonel Aldous Valor.
Oh, okay. Now I remember you. Sorry, I thought the names.
You gotta have me introduce you to Aldous. You know how I'm PR flack here.
Sorry, I've been so out of the whole YouTube scene. It's like I'm trying to
Some shit's coming back, Jacob. You should fucking pay attention.
So in other words, I'm not listening.
No, the fun shit. Hopefully that's the spirit of this room. The fun shit, not the bullshit. Bullshit. We make fun of the bullshit, so you'll have to deal with that. And sometimes I get serious, but I get over it fairly quickly. And my fellow assholes here get me over it pretty quickly, usually. Unless they're letting me hang myself. Sure, which they're wanting to do on it.
Sometimes the twitching of your feet is kind of amusing to me. I just can't help myself.
Yeah, I'll take that as a confession.
It's a professional courtesy, really.
Yes. It's true.
Knowing the proper length to fucking leave is also very important.
My psychotic not being on medication induced paranoia is fact-based. So fuck off. Doctors are wrong. Well, are you gonna show up later? Because we're kind of like winding down here, Jacob. Don't.
I'm here whenever. So.
All right. That's how this. Well, it is called the whatever hangout, so I can't really blame myself, can I? Who would want a theme-based room? Does anybody want me to run a theme-based room?
Well, we were talking about doing opponent showcase the one week.
Opponent showcase.
Yeah, opponent showcase.
It's aggressive. It appeals to my life.
I think you and Grey Knight were talking about getting that set up.
All right. So, asshole versus asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I was supposed to fucking do my thing with Logan. I'm not going to say it publicly, but yeah. Well, actually, I will. He pushed out.
Kevin, I'm trying to remember who you are. Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Buchot. No, not that Kevin. Not the dude who's on mute. Another dude. He's actually. Oh yeah, and actually, do not actually do or don't. But this is my general State Department warning from the official government of the Savage Republic of Beachistan. Do not engage Bewildered Ape. Don't respond to him. Don't talk to him. Just let that motherfucker hang. Bullshit. There'll be more. You know, this is just a prelude to fucking war. Actually, I'm gonna have my own fucking troll warrior Elvis for that cocksucker. I mean, motherfucker. I mean, asshole.
Dog fucker.
Dog fucker. There it is.
Hmm.
From now on, all pieces of shit and all indictments from the government of the Savage Republic of Beachistan will be referred to as dog fuckers. That's the way it should be. I concur. So let it be written, so let it be done. Fuck that asshole. No, that dude's a piece of fucking shit. Every time, you know, and just the cruelty. And, you know, like people like Jenny McDermott. And maybe you're not. I know Muskie, you know Felfop, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I know of him. I've never really talked to him.
Right.
I've never had.
I know the shit that's gone through and whatnot. So.
Well, these pieces of shit are trying to like question his story and accuse him of.
Yeah, it's really none of their business. They should really stay the fuck out of it. It doesn't concern them.
Well,
But everybody's got to be played, investigated,
yeah.
right?
No, and Bewildered Ape's like, oh, I've got nothing to do with it. That's like, motherfucker, you're like the asshole fucking serial arsonist that always shows up to see his handiwork. You know what I mean? Always there. Whenever there's fucking dung being slanged. Slinginated.
Slinginated.
That dickhead's always there. Like, you know, showing up in the comment sections. And
Everybody loves a train wreck, right?
Don't we enjoy it?
well, especially the person who blew the tracks.
No, definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this asshole's always there. So, Bewildered Ape, Jenny McDermott, too. I fucking had that. That's part of it. They're a crew.
Yeah. Jenny McDermott.
Yeah,
Jenny McDermott.
they're a crew. Bewildered Ape, fucking Jenny McDermott, they work together. I have a suspicion I know who Bewildered Ape is. He's actually somebody who's been in the quote-unquote community for a long time.
I would believe that.
I have a suspicion I know who he is. Yeah, his bullshit needs to be called out, and I think it's time for some fucking shunning at first, and then some slamming.
Well, please keep me apprised of the situation because
I will, sir. I will. Most definitely. I will give you daily intelligence reports.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I know we don't always work together, but
But when we do, nothing got between us. Who was that fucking poor bastard? When we just accidentally just started fucking working as wingmen.
Wait, what was that?
In the comment dogfighting chat.
Yeah.
What was that dipshit saying?
Wait.
That poor bastard that had no idea what was fucking coming.
The guy I dumped.
comment section when we were just fucking tearing them apart like a fucking wolf pack on a lake here.
I don't remember.
Some dipshit. Some dipshit. He was in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, motherfucker. In the wrong neighborhood. But he learned that lesson. He's all like, what the fuck happened to you? I can shit a turd the size of a rhino right now because I've been reamed so hard. It was epic. It was fun. If it was possible for me to eat gold, I could shit gold bricks. But my ass is that wide and pressing.
I wish I could shit gold bricks. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you have to be fed gold, though. No free lunch, Jacob. No free lunch.
So I can't eat my favorite foods?
No free lunch, sir.
That sucks.
Yeah. Life be hard. And on that note...
Yeah, I gotta go to bed, so...
Stop broadcasting and we'll see who's still...
I've had a long day. Wednesdays are my longest days.
Well, I hope you show up earlier sometime. And we can actually...
Well, Wednesday is like I'm at the school all day. No joke.
You're on the West Coast, though, right?
Yeah. I am there from like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning to like...
So totally gay. It's not even 10:15. You're in academia.
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Really?
All
Yeah.
right, I'm in, man.
All right. Good night, Elvis.
Yep, take her easy.
Physically, I'm fine. Mentally,